Podcast, Tits Lit. We got this special, we're going to call this the Survivor Series edition for episode 2. So we got to the left, we got my man Lou. We're going to cut the Grammy out. He's Uncle Lou today.
That was in the past, y'all.
We also got my man Jose. Still don't got a nickname.
It's all right.
We waited for one.
And of course, the golden child, Joseph Blue fucking Pulaski. Say what's up to the people, bro.
What's up, everybody?
All right. First of all, I'm going to shout out right now. Real quick plug. Bronx Premium Screen Printing for hooking us up with the shirt. Tits Lit Podcast
nice.
Shirt.
Looking sharp.
Good deal, brother.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right. Everybody's been asking, so we're going to give you the real straight up answer about what's happening with the name. Tits Lit Podcast, right? We're going to let Joe explain that.
Yeah, everybody wants to know. The main question I keep getting from, and we all keep getting from everybody, is what's the deal with the name? What the hell does Tits Lit mean? Well, as Met fans will probably know what it is. I believe it was not this season, but the season before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keith Hernandez, who is, pretty much our three of us idol.
Yeah,
Four of us, all of us.
That's the man.
That's the man right there. So he thought he was off the air, or he thought he wasn't being recorded, or whatever. And he was talking. He was talking to Gary about this what's happening around the league that night. And this pitcher from the Nationals, Tanner Roark, was getting beat up that night. So Keith says to Gary, just in passing, Tanner Roark's really getting his tits lit tonight. And that became, it was a little thing. It was a little thing on the internet, not a big deal. But for us, we all thought it was the most hilarious thing.
Because it was live.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
live. It was unfiltered, right?
Unfiltered, just like the show, baby.
And since then, it's become part of our vocabulary.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
we use that phrase for everything. We talk about if someone's getting beat up in, if a pitch like Keith meant it, we talk about it in that way. We talk about it if we see someone getting wasted at the bar, we say, oh, that guy's over there getting his tits lit.
Exactly.
We talk about it in all the time. It's just part of our vernacular now. It's just become part of us. And when we were talking about names to name the podcast, I think we all thought right away, Tits Lit. That's
Tits Lit.
the only question about it was, is it a little vulgar?
Do we keep it?
Oh, well.
What do you think?
Fuck it. We
What do you
keep
think
it.
we
The
keep
show's vulgar. I don't listen. I think it fits
Unfiltered.
perfectly. Yeah.
Give us your opinions.
Yeah, there
let
you
us
go.
know.
There
We
you go.
might not care, but it's whatever.
Alright, but we'll keep it for
But
now.
we will listen.
We'll
Yeah.
keep it for
We'll
now.
listen.
Absolutely.
So what we're gonna do right now, talk about the main topic of the week, which is the Grom. Alright? Cy Young, salute. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the Grom winning, right? So what do you think, Lou? What you got on our boy right here winning?
I mean, it was, it had to happen. I mean, the Grom dominated last year. Or this year.
The Dominant.
It's like, it goes in the history books. Like, you're never going to really see something like that happen, for a while. Like, this guy ended up with a 1.70 ERA.
Hell yeah.
Come on. Scherzer freaking pitched his ass out last year. And he finished with a what? Like a 2.5?
2.5.
DeGrom, 1.70. Like,
It's unheard
if you
of.
guys follow baseball, you know what I'm talking about.
Unheard
But
of.
if you don't, that's something that's fucking rare, like a unicorn. That shit don't happen often.
Now the big thing is, Joe, you win 10 games, right? You win 10 games, but you still win Cy Young? What do you think about that?
No, I think it's unique to the situation of he was in. I mean, no one's ever won 10 games and won the Cy Young, but no one's ever had the numbers. The numbers to back it up like DeGrom has. No one's ever had a 1.7 ERA. If you look at the month by month stat, the Mets would have scored 2 runs or 3 runs in every start he made, he wins 20-25 games.
Hell yeah.
Easy.
Run support.
Yeah.
Which is
There was a couple of games that he won where he was the only one to hit an RBI.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
2-hit games and shit.
I believe that happened twice. I might be
Yeah.
mistaken about that.
He hit the game-winning RBI.
Yeah,
For sure.
so it's unheard of. So it was it was a very unique situation, and that's why he got 29 out of 30 votes from the baseball writers.
Yeah, but
All
I
right,
mean,
with that being said, hold on. With that being said, that one person,
Yeah.
I think Lou has something to say to them.
I will later on.
But we're gonna
Well, we got something for him later on.
And I'm saying, but like, it goes down to this. Like, the wins, I think it's out the window. Like, Cy Young Award should not be handed out because of wins. Like, it comes down to, like, what the ERA is for the whole year. How they pitched. I mean, some pitchers, like, are they going deep into the games? You don't see that anymore. DeGrom went pretty deep a few times last year into the games. So, like, the wins that everybody keeps talking about, I think is out the window. And finally, I guess the people that are voting the Cy Young Award winners, they're also agreeing on that because obviously they didn't care that he only won 10 wins.
Look, to only win 10 games, your other numbers got to be out of this world.
Absolutely.
And for him, he did.
Yeah.
For him, he did. And you got guys like Mike Wilbon, who's all upset, saying that he just hijacked the Cy Young from Scherzer. Just fucking ridiculous. I mean, and also, DeGrom is the only modern day pitcher to have a sub-2 ERA, 260 strikeouts, less than 50 walks, and gave up less than 10 home runs.
10 home runs, right.
10 home runs.
Less than 10
10
home runs.
runs.
Only fucking pitcher in modern day baseball history.
Well, he is the 7th pitcher to win both the Cy Young and Rookie of the Year. Just seven pitchers have done this, which is historic at its own right there too. So, salute the ground, bro. That's awesome.
He definitely deserves it.
Put up some numbers. All right, we're gonna get into some trade scenarios, which is fucking the main thing, which everybody just talking. It's just talk. So we're gonna talk shit about the trade scenarios and just see what we got. And let's see, let's say what Lou would do in a trade scenario right now. Main one is Kluber or Kluber, whatever the fuck.
Corey Kluber.
Hello, man. Hey, woman. Let's go to my apartment and see what a real man is like.
So let's say with him, his name is being thrown around a lot. And what would you do with that guy?
Would I trade for him?
Would you trade for him?
No.
No.
I think our starters right now are pretty much set. We got obviously DeGrom, Syndergaard. We got Wheeler, who's coming off a fantastic second half.
Okay.
We got Matz. I think he has a lot of potential still left there.
Long Island boy, New York.
We got Vargas. So, I mean, whatever.
He got his
Yeah, but
taste late in the beginning.
Don't you think Kluber could take us over the top, though?
Yes, but we also got Seth Lugo, who could get out of the pen, transition to a freaking starter, and then we sign the relievers. I don't think we need to go that route. We don't need to trade anybody to get this guy. Our pitching was one of our strengths last year.
Yeah,
I think we need to build on our relievers and some offense.
Gotcha.
That's what I think.
What do you think, Joe?
I could not agree more. Starting pitching is not our problem.
Definitely is.
Starting pitching is not our problem.
I think that's our strength.
I mean, Jesus Christ, they're listening to trade offers for Syndergaard. And starting pitching is not our issue. So the offense is offensive in itself.
But look,
And the bullpen is an issue.
But also, if we get somebody like Kluber, let's say, for example, depending on what we have to give up, but then we could shift people down so we could have Lugo and Gesellman in the bullpen and keep that bullpen strong and just worry about a closer instead. Don't you think that would work?
That's another scenario too.
It is true.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I mean,
That's true.
I'm open for trading to Kluber if it's gonna fix some of our other
We also
areas
haven't
of need.
we also haven't discussed who are they trading for.
exactly.
Right.
That hasn't been mentioned yet.
That's
true.
another thing.
You can't just
We do have somebody that they are throwing names out that could be traded for somebody. So we're gonna talk about Kipnis, which is another guy, and they're saying Kipnis is somebody we could trade for somebody like Jay Bruce and just swap him out. Because Kipnis, he plays outfield, plays the first base, so he's basically a Jay Bruce substitute.
Well, he said he plays first base, and there it is. I've been steadfast, and I want Peter Alonso.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we should be acquiring anybody that's gonna block him in any type of way.
Right. I
You
agree
don't want
with
no
that.
con blocks over there.
Yeah, damn right.
I agree with that. I mean, Kipnis, I think he had a decent second half, but why are we gonna trade for him? Is he really gonna help our offense that much? We have too many freaking free agents in the freaking market right now. We could just pay them to make our team better. Then we don't have to give anybody up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And let's not forget the last 2 seasons. Jason Kipnis has hit 230 and 232.
Exactly.
That's
atrocious.
Which the Mets have enough guys like that.
And imagine him playing in City Field. That's just gonna go down to 215.
Yeah, because he has a little. That's the only thing that's saving grace for him. And again, 18 home runs, I say, but he has a little pop. But that's gonna in City Field. That's gonna turn out to 12 home runs.
So does Wilmer Flores, and he's way cheaper.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Granted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Another thing is Noah. Is Noah being thrown around too much as fucking bait right now? Is it fucking with his head, you think? Just hearing his name thrown out, oh, we're gonna trade Noah for this guy. We're gonna trade Noah, is that a bad thing?
No, he should be able to.
Would you get rid of Noah? Would you trade Noah?
It would have to be the most like Jeff Wilpon said this. And one thing I agree with this freaking guy on in a long time. He said it. They interviewed him somewhere or other a couple days ago, and he said they'd have to really blow us away with an offer, and I completely agree. They would really have to blow us away. Noah Syndergaard is 26 years old. He's under team control for the next until 2022. He just beasted in the second half of last season. He went off.
He did.
I mean, he was pitching complete games. He was going crazy. No, I would not trade him for almost anybody.
Would you?
I love Syndergaard, but again, it depends. If we trade him, what are we getting back for him? They're talking about the Padres, that they got one of the best farms in MLB right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tatis Jr., of course, intrigues me as an option. Getting him gives us more room to maybe deal a Rosario or a Jimenez, because this guy plays shortstop and I believe second base, if I'm not mistaken. It gives us room to maybe fix our needs anywhere else if we trade one of these other guys. But Syndergaard, man, that guy is a beast, man. Like, we still got him under control. Again, our pitching was one of our strengths. Do we really need to trade him to fix ourselves, or do we just spend some money and sign someone that'll help our offense?
Open your wallets.
Again, if we trade him, it got to be like a lopsided deal. It has to be
Major League ready.
there's no way around it. It has to be like a major league ready player or players that can help our team right now. We cannot
play yours.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry, but the initial reports are that the Padres are not even mentioning Tatis Jr.
No.
Well, then get out of here.
They're talking
See you
about
later.
their fifth and their sixth best prospect, plus a catcher, plus a relief pitcher.
Well, and if they were realistic about it, just for a guy like Syndergaard, you would have to give me Tatis Jr. and I want Francisco Mejia,
There you go.
the catcher.
That's
You know,
true.
so.
Then we start talking.
And if you're not, and if Tatis Jr. isn't in the conversation, then see you later. You know, I
Yeah,
have
exactly.
no
He
interest.
has to be the main piece.
Of course. Get out. I mean, come on.
All right.
But then if we do that deal, then that goes back to what I was saying. Then we got to spend money inside the starting pitcher, because then we're freaking getting rid of one of our main pitchers.
Then the pitching rotation becomes a concern.
Right.
You're
And then, so then what do we do with that?
I know. That's why I don't
Spend
like
some money.
it. Listen, Syndergaard's 26. He's no reason to do anything with him. I mean, come on.
Agreed. Right? Agreed. All right. Now, in other words, there's you got Cabrera and Murphy, possible returns. What do you think about either one of those guys signing back with the Mets?
I mean, look, do we have a starter right now at second base? Potentially. I like McNeil. He did his thing last year.
I really like him.
But again, we don't know if the pitcher's going to adjust to what he did last year. You know, the good pitchers adjust to hitting like that. I'm okay with maybe signing. If we're picking out of the two, I'm fine with getting Murphy. I'll get him back for another 2-year deal.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, because he could actually play second base. You could put him on first base, maybe give Alonso a day off here and there. Murphy knows how to hit in City Field.
Exactly.
So I'll take Murphy on a 2-year deal. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
True.
I take Murphy as well. Before he got hurt, because he did get hurt towards the end of the season. Towards the end of July, actually, he had the same numbers as Manny Machado. He just got hurt at the end of the season. Obviously, the Nationals fizzed out. But I agree. Totally go after Murphy. Cabrera, no thanks.
So you get Murphy, and so what does the Mets infield look like?
I will put Murphy at second and have McNeil at third. And go with Rosario and Alonso at first.
That's
What
the answer.
do we do with Frazier?
That's the answer I was looking for.
get
Well,
rid
that's
of-
Frazier. They've been talking about.
Get rid of
Not been talking. I've been hearing that he's been trying to trade him. I mean,
How about you trade him for some bullpen help?
I
I
mean,
mean-
he'd be too hard to unload it.
Yeah.
True, but then you guys are missing one thing, though. If we trade Frazier, we're getting rid of a strong clubhouse presence, which we don't have.
Yeah, but we're getting back with Murphy.
We getting back.
You cannot
Murphy
compare
versus-
Frazier to a Murphy in the clubhouse.
I think so.
No,
I think you
Murphy was there for a long time. He went to the
Yeah.
World Series with us.
Murphy had a lot of
He had a good
controversy
run.
too, though.
He what?
He had a lot of controversy back
With
a few
what?
years ago.
Oh, about the gay stuff?
Exactly.
Who gives a shit? The players
It's New
care.
I mean,
York. Everybody's
I-
gay in New York.
Everybody is sensitive nowadays, so you know.
No
shit like
offense.
that.
Everybody, we love the gays. We love the gays. No
To each his
offense.
own, but I'm just saying, like,
especially in New York. It's just that's
Yeah,
just
I
typical.
know.
But
And
Murphy's
Tampa.
been there, and Murphy knows the deal. In New York, he knows the deal. So it's nothing new to him.
This ain't the Midwest like it was in Chicago.
Yeah, no,
They're
I mean-
bothered about it.
I'd rather take Murphy over Cabrera.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
no matter what.
If that was the worst of the worst, I would take.
It would be pretty funny. It would be so Mets to get Murphy before and then after his best, his seasons where he just killed it.
But there is
You know,
there's another free agent that's available, but that's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu too.
There is quite a few free agents.
There are.
He's younger than both of those guys.
But why? What's wrong with McNeil though?
That's
I mean,
true.
I love
the
that kid.
thing with McNeil is they're saying, all right, he could start and play out the whole season as second baseman, right? But they're also saying he could also play the third.
Right. But
So-
we're also judging it on just half of a season. Not even half of the season. He did not play a full season yet of
Okay.
MLB ready pitching.
Fair enough.
Pitchers adjust to hitters like that and go. Trust me, he had a great.
How many games?
Who did?
How many games did
Yeah,
Murphy?
bring up how many games
McNeil?
McNeil
Because
played.
he batted 329. And
Yeah,
whatever
but he
amount of
came up.
games
He came up
played.
very late in the season.
Okay.
You know, and then again,
Fair.
a lot of the times maybe the pitchers he was facing was pitchers that maybe weren't really MLB starters. It could have been like pitchers that.
It was like that
I
either.
don't know.
Let's see how many games he played.
No, I mean,
But
I think
he
he
had-
played over 80 games.
he had 225 at bats.
That's enough.
That's a
That's
lot
enough
at
to- that's
bats.
enough to-
How many
that's-
games is that? Did it show?
It doesn't show, no.
That's enough.
He had 225 at bats. He had 3 homers, 19 ribbies, a 329 batting average.
329. Yeah,
No, I
he
mean,
batted.
homeboy can hit. He can hit.
Yeah, and he got good defense. How many plays he did? He probably made about 2 diving stops in like 1 week.
He
Like,
played only
straight up
63
great
games.
D.
He only played
63
63 games. And he had 3 homers, 19 ribbies, 7 stolen bases. Like I said, 329 average.
The kid got game, man. I mean, they're writing him off pretty early. They're already looking for a second baseman.
Nah, I don't think they're writing him off
Yeah.
because they said that they penciled him.
I didn't think they were.
Brody says he's
No,
penciling him as a
look,
second
I'm just
baseman.
saying,
For sure, I
everybody's
don't think
throwing
Well,
him
we-
around like, oh, let's get rid of McNeil. And
I
don't think we need to
No
move
way.
him.
No, I mean I'm cool with him.
No way.
I feel that though we should maybe really think about if he's going to be our full-time starter, or is he going to be maybe someone like a Zobrist who could maybe play second base, third base, first base from time to
As
time.
long as he's starting,
You'll
for me,
never-
that's all that matters.
You'll never know if you don't give him the chance.
Exactly.
And you
Just
know
like
what?
Alonso.
And so far, so good. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think you got to give this kid a shot. I think he looks legit.
True indeed.
Yes, it's such a.
How old is he?
What a swing on that kid.
Who, McNeil?
Yeah.
He's a baby.
Let me take a look at him.
He's got to be like
Yeah.
23 or 24.
Nah, I think he's up there. now.
He's up there?
I think he's like 26,
McNeil?
27.
Let's see.
I'd be surprised if he was that old.
For real.
He's not that young.
What does it
Alright.
say? How about then? So, would you guys not bring back Cabby at all?
No,
No.
I'm not bringing
Fuck
him.
him. First of all, he wanted to leave 2 years ago.
True.
And these guys know, once he said that,
You were doing it.
fuck you, get the fuck out of here, let somebody else play that wants to be here.
Right.
And that's another thing I want to talk about later on when we discuss it with opponents,
Okay.
because there's a lot of players that play the game, they have no interest in winning, no interest in hustling.
He's doing it for the
I hope
money.
Machado goes to the Yankees. Put it like that. Let him fucking play his half hustling ass in New York on the other
McNeil is
side.
26 years old.
Exactly.
There you go. He's young.
He's still young, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the Machado and the Harper. They're saying these guys might hook up in fucking Philly. What do you think?
For me?
Yeah.
Shit, Philly got money to spend. If they want to go out and get on the shopping spree and do that,
Maybe that's what they meant by being stupid. Right?
to each his own. I mean, but
Exactly.
think about that. You know, is that going to hurt them long term? Of course.
Of course.
I mean, they got pitchers like Nola right now who's fucking off the hook. What's going to happen when it's time to pay him?
Yep.
What are they going to do with that?
Yep.
2 guys even.
It's a risk, just like any other MLB team will do. Like to spend money like that on a player, it's a very high risk. Are they gonna do it for 2 fucking superstars like that? Shit,
They
if they
want to
do
win
it.
now. They want to win now. They might be stupid enough.
They could. Hey, you know what? It's a risk. You know, I'm all for it.
Do you think they get one of them?
I honestly think they're not going to get neither of them. I think they're going to overspend on somebody that's not worth it because Machado will probably, let's say, end up with the Yankees and Harper maybe with the Cubs. Who knows?
I
think
don't.
Machado goes.
We're just throwing out random. I mean, I don't have As far as who's willing to pay him, I think if we're gonna take base it on that, I think the Phillies. But it's his choice, so I'm not inside his brain right now. I don't know. So, but as far as I know, who's really has the money to pay him is the Phillies, and as far as Harper goes, the Cubs and White Sox are both.
Yeah, I think Harper's
already
Cubs.
basically said they're in on him. But he toured the White Sox facilities a couple weeks ago, and so. Yeah, I mean, it's basically up to those guys. So everything we say is speculation.
But he did say, Harper.
What was that thing about the food? I didn't.
Right. So there's a thing on TMZ that they
yeah.
tracked him down and shit in the airport, and he was saying that he's very fond of food, and he talked about New York and I think what was the other place that
Chicago?
I don't think it was Chicago. I know he mentioned New York having one of the best foods.
Okay.
And then the crazy thing about it is that he gave a quick shout out to the cameraman who was wearing the Mets hat. And then he gave a quick shout out about the Grom winning the Cy Young. So people were saying that, hey, you know what? Maybe he's dropping a little hint to New York. Shit. Come to New York, Harper.
Yeah.
This guy say he sound like a douchebag.
Well,
I
he
don't
did.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I said he looks like.
Yo,
He could be the biggest douchebag in a Mets jersey. I don't give a shit as long as he's winning his games.
yeah. Calm down, Harper. Let me bring him down.
Come on down.
I mean, don't forget that my ill feelings about him was probably because he's been on the Nationals for the last
Right, division guy.
So has Ramos, though.
So fuck him.
Yeah,
but he wasn't. Come on, he wasn't a polarizing figure like Harper is with his goddamn hair flipping all that shit. He's a fucking home run. Fuck you. But it's like if he did that for the Mets, I'd be like, yeah, you're the man. So,
Yeah, of course.
love this guy. I love you, man. So that's it's different.
Yeah, true.
It's all relative.
Look, Harper's a game changer, man. Even though
he's young
even though
as
they
hell.
question his defense, having him and fucking hitting in City Field, come on, man. That's just crazy to have him.
That's his
We need to
size,
get it. I mean,
man.
we need to sign somebody like that, but again, it's not up to us. It's up to the Wilpons to spend the money if they have.
Now, with that being said,
Good segue.
are the Mets fans too hard on the Wilpons?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Can we get a fucking
Hell no.
voiceover on that? Fuck
I
that.
know the song, but like,
No way.
Alright, Wilpons. Fred, you need to open your fucking wallet. Yeah, you know what? Say that shit again.
Just go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Open your wallet, and get this shit going. You talking about making a deal right now, and it looks like a lopsided deal for anything that you do right now. I understand that. It's Joe kind of like that for him saying that. But if you're trying to get players here, you gotta get them fucking here somehow. You gotta pay. You gotta open up
man,
your
the
wallet.
fucking money.
Stop being fucking cheap. Stop worrying about everything else. Get the Mets fans somebody here that we can cheer for and be happy about. This shit sitting here trying to sell tickets and getting Tim Tebow here ain't gonna work for too long. What are we gonna do?
We're not even close to the fucking luxury tax, so don't use that as an excuse neither.
Definitely not.
Fucking almost $50 million more we have to spend per year to be even close to the luxury tax. With all the trades and everything like that, you'll be more than under with the luxury tax and we'll still be okay if we can get somebody like Harper.
And the crazy part is that like we're not just spending money for the fuck of it.
Exactly.
Look who's available right now in the market. Manny Machado. We have a need at third base. We have a need for some fucking offensive pop. He's fucking 26 years old.
Babies.
Why not spend the money on somebody like that who's gonna fucking help our team for fucking years to come, man?
Exactly.
It has to be done.
Yeah.
This is New York City. It's not a small market. Stop treating it like one. How about that? Does that work for you? Are you listening now? Fuck.
You know what's another thing too? Alright, the stereotype about New York, the players who come here, or the players that played here, right? When you're having a bad game, what do New York fans do? They pull the shit out of you, they let you know you're not doing too good. You look like shit out there. Does that intimidate anybody that wants to sign here, that they're like, you know what? I'm not built for that.
Keeps the weak people out. Good.
Yeah, you know,
Totally
but
agree. Yeah, absolutely.
But if you throw in $300 million to, let's say, a fucking Harper, and he gets booed 60 games into the season, what does that do to you? What does that do to your mental? And are you able to play?
When Mike Piazza got traded here, and don't forget, it wasn't his choice to come here. He was
He
traded
he
here.
didn't want to come here.
I don't think, but probably, I think you're right. Yeah, but the point is that he got booed. He was struggled for the first month or so. He was booed. He was booed. People forget that, and you know what? The strong overcome that. You know what I mean? It's not uptime. You know, so and also it's also part of whoever Harper or Machado's agent, you know, then or the Mets brass should explain to these free agents that listen, you got to be prepared for what you have to deal with when you come to New York City.
Exactly.
These fans are gonna eat you alive if you suck in a meeting. But it's so you need to if that's gonna bother you, if you're gonna shrink under that, this is probably not the place for you.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, do we shit on the Wilpons, you know, too much that we don't understand the ins and outs of what they're trying to do when they're talking to somebody's agent? Like, let's say Machado or Harper. Do we know what they're explaining to these guys, or they're just like trying to finagle these fucking guys? Like, we don't know that.
Well, if you're asking me if we're too hard on them because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know the backside of what they're trying to get done.
But you know what we do know? The end result. And
The history.
And the end result has been
history.
shit. The end
The
result,
history.
yeah, they've been garbage
Okay.
overall. So
Fair enough.
that's whatever. That's what you need to know. I mean, we're not there in those meetings. But whatever is happening in those meetings and overall, whatever's happening behind the scenes is not working.
Yep.
So that's what I'm judging them for.
Look, Harper's is used to being booed in every freaking park except Nationals Park.
He got booed there a few times too, I think. Huh?
Exactly,
Probably
and look,
Last season.
okay, yes, you're gonna get booed if you don't perform well in New York. But what happens if you actually win the fucking World Series with the Mets?
You're a god.
You're a god.
Forever. You're written in the history books, man.
I mean, that's it. Like,
And that's what should motivate a player
Exactly.
to come to New York because of how. I mean, listen, it's nothing like winning here, and if the really truly great ones are able to do that.
Strong survival.
look, he's gonna get the money, win a championship here, and forget about it. You're a freaking god.
Mhm.
I mean, it
So
comes,
he's gonna worry about the booze? Come on.
I mean, it comes down to having, can you handle the heat?
Yeah, you
Can you
mentioned
handle
stuff.
it? Yeah, not everybody's born with that.
Absolutely.
Some people can just fucking brush it off. Like, I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
Like,
Okay, so who handles the heat better, Machado or you think Harper would?
Machado.
I think Machado is more.
Machado?
He looks more like a
I
thick-skinned
don't
guy.
know.
I don't know either.
You know why?
I
You know why I
don't
say
know.
Machado? Because he doesn't give a fuck when he said that he doesn't. When the people question about him hustling,
Yeah,
he didn't give a
exactly.
shit. He said, "I don't give a fuck." And it got me so far that I don't have to hustle every single game. I play my game.
I mean,
Yeah, but he
I didn't like that.
I don't like that, but that just shows his character that
Right.
he can survive somewhere. But I don't like.
that's
But
one
that's
way of looking at it.
Yeah, but don't we got somebody like that, like Cespedes already, that kind of sort of
I
doesn't
told
hustle?
that. I said
No.
that last episode. The Cespedes effect.
You
Yeah.
can't compare that. Cespedes is fucking what? 34 years old.
Yeah, that's true too.
So he's gonna be here
but
hurt
listen,
most of the time.
Your nickname is not the potential for a reason. What does potential
Ah, they just give
mean?
him that shit.
No, but what does potential mean? Like,
Right.
You
Yeah.
could be great.
But they could have given that name when he was like
That doesn't
25
mean
years
you're
old.
great. That means you could because you're half-assing yourself. The potential.
That's
You
what
know
that
I
means. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potencia.
I thought it was like potent.
No,
No,
fucking
potence.
pulling neat heel caps that's fucked up right now, but
But who knows when they give him that name? You know, Spanish players that come from fucking overseas, that comes to the fucking States, and they say they're 24 when they're really 35. So who knows when they give him that name?
yeah, but Machado
He's
being
not
that
very-
young
well,
and
he's-
he's saying that's not good, man.
But look at how many games he played a season. He's been durable.
Well-
Would you want someone that could play 130 games and not hustle out like here and there, or would you want someone that hustles every single day and plays 70 games?
World Series, Game 7, you're on third base, right?
Who am I taking?
And Machado's on third base, trying to hustle his way home, and he's gonna half-ass a run home to win the game.
No.
Oh, that's a different scenario. I think he would hustle for
Of
it.
course he would.
He would hustle for that.
Jay.
All right, so it's fucking in the playoffs, not even in the World
It
Series.
was in the playoffs when he did that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Or how
You-
about hustling from second to home on a play? Let's say on the gapper. You think he's going to?
I mean, true that, but I mean, they still got pretty far in the playoffs.
Do they make players like this anymore? Do they make players that fucking just
No, they make
full speed ahead?
Nimmo runs to
Yes.
first base on a walk.
Nimmo.
That's true.
But I mean,
Nimmo.
you
Which-
compare Nimmo to Machado?
No.
Who would you rather take, Nimmo or
He
Machado?
asked me a question. Well, he asked me a question. You know.
But I'm saying, who would you take, Nimmo or Machado? Come on.
Do I even have to answer?
All right, so that's what I'm saying. Does it really matter that he doesn't hustle every single game?
No, it probably doesn't. To be honest with you, but the point I'm saying is that he did that in a playoff game.
Is it really
He
an issue?
loafed at the first base in a playoff game. Like,
But
you can't do
I
that.
don't
It's
think-
not like it's a game in June.
Playoffs, Luke.
It's
Playoffs.
not like it's a game in June.
Now
It's not an
regular
issue.
season.
It's not an
Of course
issue,
it's
man.
This is why the Yankees are hesitating on him, because the Yankees are like the front runners from what everybody's saying.
I
But
think they're
they're
the
investigating the shit out of his characteristics.
Well, look,
My thing is that Machado's not the team, so bringing someone aboard like that is great. So it shouldn't only be relied on Machado. We have other players on the team that need to play their part too. So I mean, because he said that he doesn't hustle hard all the time. Fuck it.
I
Fuck
don't
it.
know. That shows a great deal of your characteristics saying
So-
something like that.
Yeah.
And the free, you're the biggest fucking free agent name. Why would you say something stupid like that right now?
He knows his value. He knows that he's still gonna be the top dog regardless. And me as a Mets, as part of the Mets ownership, I would fucking sign him
You
regardless.
still got it.
People still questioning and signing him.
Mhm.
It's not an issue. I mean, in my part.
Well, last year he played 162 games,
Exactly.
37 homers, 107 ribbies, and he scored 84
For
times.
someone that doesn't hustle.
Yeah, well,
With a 297
all right,
average.
numbers don't lie.
Well, you know what? Maybe he'd be a lot better. Maybe even better than that if he did hustle. I'm just saying.
What a what? What was his average?
297.
That's
Damn,
pretty damn good.
The numbers do not lie. Okay. All right, Machado, we've been a little rough on you.
Hey, if you want to go
Come to New York, please.
If you want to go,
Actually, come to the Mets, not the Yankees.
if you want to go analytics, he had a 5.7 WAR, which is 5 wins over his replacement.
Come on,
That's
man.
big. That's
For a
big.
guy that doesn't hustle, fuck that shit.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be telling people that, because now everybody's hesitating on him right now because of him saying some dumb
He
shit.
did- he did
And not
fuck
only
up.
that, he's dirty. Bring him to the Mets. I like him.
We need that shit.
I'll take a dirty
We
player.
need that.
I'll take a dirty player.
I think I prefer Harper than Machado.
Nah, well, we don't
Harper
have
hustles.
No, I don't.
But we have a need
I
at
would
third
love
base.
that.
We have a need at third base.
No, I
that
know. I'm
Machado
just
fills in.
saying.
Yeah, but look at
Look, he also, Machado wants to
Harper.
play
Harper played half of the games
true.
that he played, and his numbers were fucking out of this world.
Yes.
On somebody that he plays his ass off, and his numbers were damn near the same as Machado's on half that season.
Let's see. Harper played 159 games, so only 7 less.
Okay, 7 games.
34 homers,
Okay.
100 ribbies.
His average is really low.
He walked
240.
130 times,
Jeez.
Wow.
but his average was low at 250.
250.
But
And his WAR was only 1.3.
oh, come on, exactly. Bring Machado.
Just that alone just changed my mind. I'm not gonna even front.
Well, but that was his bad year.
Yeah. Okay. Then the year before, only 111 games,
Mm-hmm.
29 homers, 87 ribbies, still walked 100 times, 319 average, 4.7 WAR,
Dude, and that's
and
like,
only 111
that's
games.
like 40-something games less. And hit
Well,
those numbers.
Well, didn't the Nationals win a lot more games that year?
They did too.
Yeah, and that's going to affect
They
them.
won
isn't
over
it?
90 games that year.
All right.
So the team is,
All right, so I mean, who would you guys prefer, Machado or Harper?
no, of course Machado. I mean, come on. I mean, let's look at.
I'm
This
going
is, yeah,
Machado.
but look, this is us saying this. Imagine fucking all these teams that are willing to spend $300 million on them. They're probably like, yo, who the fuck do we
This is
want?
why the Phillies just like, yo, fuck it, we'll just fucking buy both of them. Shit, they got the money to spend.
Why not, right?
Very true.
Shit.
Very true. Okay.
Go ball out.
All right. So we're gonna talk about let's say this is a crazy thought, right?
Okay.
That I came up with was a package deal, right?
All right.
We sent Thor, Conforto, and a prospect for Mike Trout,
No,
best player in baseball.
no.
To me, he's the best fucking player in baseball. A Jersey guy. Jersey.
South Jersey.
He's fucking Jersey. Ain't fucking difference. New York and Long Island
He's a
is New
Philly.
York.
He's a Philly guy.
Would you do that? By the way, Trout is due. He's still with the Angels till 2020.
Yeah.
So
He's not trading.
I would fucking trade Thor for Mike Trout in a heartbeat.
You fucking crazy man. Medicated.
Fuck no, yo, you crazy?
And what he
no,
said- what he
no, no.
Okay, so
Wait, why not?
Trout is Trout is the best player in baseball, but no, I wouldn't do it. I mean, we don't have a need for him in our outfield. We still got Conforto, Nimmo, Our strength is pitching. We cannot get
This
rid
is
of
Big
him.
Mike
fucking room.
Trout, bro.
And he's a righty. You
And
know
he's going to be a
lefties.
free agent in 2 years. Are the Mets going to really pay him to stay in New York? Have the Mets ever really dished out money to keep a star player in New York?
Yeah, but that's for this.
Yeah, Cespedes.
Cespedes compared to, come on,
I'm just saying, you asked the question.
no.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
okay, is the Cespedes contract going to be the same to a Mike Trout contract?
This is why
How
it's
old is
all.
Mike Trout?
He's
26?
Okay,
26.
So let's just think about this. Think about the contracts that Harper and Machado are really projected to make right now. Someone like Trout, who's fucking much better than them, is going to be
Right.
fucking
Way
double the amount.
Well, he's
Of
gonna make at least.
Do you think the Mets are actually going to pay that off?
No.
Or come close?
No, I don't. But
No. So why are we going to get rid of someone that's our strength like fucking Thor and Conforto? No.
I agree with
Not
you.
for Trout.
I agree with.
And I love Trout. I like Trout.
The only thing you said that I disagree with is do they have a need for him? Every team has a need for him.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
For Mike Trout,
Absolutely.
bro.
But, I mean, are we going to actually...
That's the part. I completely agree.
No,
it's-
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I'm not giving away Syndergaard for a guy that might not stay here in a couple
Right.
years.
But Thor might not neither.
But how do we know this? How do you know this?
So who's going to win us the World Series? Is our pitching or the hitting?
We have
You
plenty
need
of
both.
guys like Seth Lugo could come up. He can help us out. Fill that spot for blah 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 blah. Fill the spot for Thor. Yo, Seth Lugo's still good, man. He got his arm burnt out playing for Puerto Rico. He got his arm burnt the fuck out. That's the reason why he really couldn't do anything last year.
I mean, okay, if we
Who's
entertain
that
that route, then
guy?
that means the
Who's
Mets
that
must
guy?
spend money. They have to spend money on the relief pitching. And then they have to bring in like somebody like a Britton, Robertson, or and then Familia. They have to bring three relievers like that in
Andrew
order to
Miller.
shore up that hole that we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Who? I'm
I
sorry.
like to see Andrew Miller.
I like to see it. Me too.
He's a project and we don't know what's going on with him. He's getting older, he's coming off a bad season, and we don't know what we're gonna get with that.
injured.
That's also a typical Mets contract. Give
I was just
someone,
about to say
so, you don't know what you're getting.
I was just about to say that. It's like
Well,
making a
you're-
fucking mystery box.
You're talking about bringing back fucking Familia.
Pandora's
Fuck
box.
him.
And fucking Cabrera and Murphy, you know?
Well, that's different, but fuck Familia. Oh my god.
Yeah, she had a
Careful,
decent
man.
season.
He might be our closer.
Yeah,
I
good
tell
season
you,
last
I
year.
take his ass. Bring Familia, come back. Bring your Dominican
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
back over.
Stay
I
around.
got the hookah on deck, bro. Come on.
Oh shit! All right, another topic. I'm gonna bring it back all the way back to the DeGrom
Okay.
issue. Was with in 2020, nobody from the Mets is due any money.
Right then.
Right.
Nobody, no team. I mean, no players on the contract.
Yeah, nobody's on the contract. Do we try to make DeGrom chill out to 2020 and just try to
Look, thinking like the Mets do and the cheapness that they are.
Yep.
Why not stick to the 2 years left in arbitration, and then when it's 2020, open up the bank like you said. The problem is, well, his agent was Brody.
Yeah.
So I think he's still sticking with them. I'm not 100% sure.
He is.
So I'm not sure if they're gonna be like, well,
No.
he just won.
He's
Sticking
sticking
with
with
them.
them.
Yeah, he's sticking with them.
He
still-
is sticking with them.
He's sticking with them. He's
So
staying
now-
with the same
That's
agency.
so weird.
So now the thing is his agency, his CAA gonna be like, well, we won the Cy Young, man. Let's
How?
lock him up now.
How could he be? How could he still be in the
That's
league?
like conflict of interest.
No. He's staying with the same agency.
The same agency.
oh,
sorry.
okay.
CAA is the
Oh, okay.
agency.
I was gonna.
So he's gonna stay with CAA.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, thinking like the Mets do, fuck it. Leave it 2 more arbitration years, then open up the bank for him.
You know what a lot of people are not really paying attention to is that him staying with the agency says a lot of shit. If he really wanted to maybe consider leaving the Mets, he would have found a different agency to leave. But he's staying with the same agency.
That's true.
He said it multiple times. He's willing to extend his contract with the Mets. He loves playing for the Mets. Yo, we gotta
Show
lock
him
him up.
support.
We gotta lock him up.
Now, if DeGrom leaves, does that say something about what the Mets organization is doing that makes him want to leave?
I mean, the only thing it would be is just CAA really pushing the Mets like, we want a contract extension.
Right.
Let's burn out these arbitration years. Sign him to a big deal, or trade him.
I mean, it comes down to this too, though. Like, we could wait it out, but let's look at the stats. I mean, like last year he made 7.4 mil.
Right.
He's
Nothing.
going up to next year 14 mil.
Right. Which he deserves anyway.
He does.
Definitely deserves.
So,
Way more. Actually.
so what's
Wait,
gonna happen if he
wait.
has another dominating year? He's gonna go up maybe to 20 mil. For that, you fucking just sign him up right now for a fucking 4 or 5 year deal. pay off those arbitration years, and we got our fucking ace locked in for 5 years, and we're good to go. We get him at a
Yeah,
low
word.
discount.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that.
I agree.
He's older. He's about to be 31 years old. He wants security. He doesn't want to be waiting for that.
But who says they're gonna lock him up for a crazy ass contract though?
It doesn't
They
have
might
to be
just
crazy.
they might just fucking
Like he
be
said,
cheap.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, not gotta be
Okay.
a crazy contract. I mean,
I think-
he's older. He's about to be 31
Well,
years old.
5 years and just backloaded,
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There you go.
Give him his fucking money. He
which he deserves.
balled his ass off.
Okay.
What happened, Joe? What were you
No,
gonna say?
I think they should. He absolutely just comes down to he deserves it.
He earned it.
He earned it, and you just gotta do it. I mean, come on now.
And another thing, what Lou said too was, wait until 2020. What happens next year if he fucking blows his arm out?
Exactly.
Then what?
Exactly. But then you know what's gonna happen though. I'm sorry, you know.
We know what's gonna happen.
No, but we go and sign him for, okay, let's say a 5-year contract, right? What happens? Noah Syndergaard like, yo, what am I, chopped liver too?
Mhm.
I'm younger. You're more popular.
You know, you make a good point.
That's why I'm saying this is why I would. No offense to Noah Syndergaard, because I know he's never gonna watch this.
It won't.
This is why I would get rid of him because I have a feeling he will not be here for a long time. Whether it's his will or the Mets' will, he will not be here. And this is why I would get rid of him for a person like Trout. Or
How
if
about
the
Chris
deal was
Bryant?
worth it, like the Padres are throwing at us, if you throw fucking Tatis out there, scoop that motherfucker up.
I'll tell you what, if we're gonna trade Syndergaard, I'd rather trade him to the Cubs than get Bryant. That solves the third base issue.
Well, that's the thing.
If
too.
I do that, I mean, look,
It fills a third base hole.
I think Syndergaard is more of like
Sure does.
he loves the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Him in New York is like
He's a
a
young
match
guy.
made in heaven.
He's a young
I
guy.
cannot see him playing in San Diego.
I know.
I cannot see him playing in
It's-
fucking somewhere else.
yeah.
The only place I see him playing is in Texas. I think that's his hometown. I can see him going there, but look, he's embraced New York. He embraces the life. He was in fucking MSG. He was at the Rangers games.
Mhm.
He was at the Giants games. Like he loves New York,
He
so
does.
I don't see him wanting to leave. I think he'd want to be in New York.
I agree
long
with
term.
that.
But,
I agree with
yeah.
that.
but if you're talking about, he would do well in Wrigley too. I mean, it's for the spotlight. You know, Chicago's.
I mean, you can't compare Chicago to New York.
No, but it's not like a San Diego.
That's
No,
like
it's-
comparing Chicago pizza to New York pizza. It's not happening.
no,
Too different.
I
Of course.
don't know. They
Oh,
said Chicago. They said Chicago.
come
They
on.
said Chicago pizza is pretty fucking.
It
Okay.
is good, but it ain't New York
They
pizza.
said it's better than. I mean, I don't know.
Nah.
They said, well, then again, they said
Have you-
Connecticut. They said Connecticut pizza is better than New York
come
City
on.
pizza.
I
So.
was
Look.
just bullshit. Man.
Look, Noah Syndergaard, if you want to know if he's really enjoying life, follow him on Instagram.
Right.
Follow him on
And he's
Instagram.
always at New York events.
Yeah, and has a nice arm candy next to him as well.
He sure
Trust
does.
me, he's gonna be fine in here in New York.
But
He's happy.
He has to do that. He's on the team. He has to do that. What are you gonna say? Oh, I'm fucking miserable in New York. He has to act like he's having some kind of
No,
fun.
he's
Yeah,
not,
but he
he's,
doesn't
not,
have to do
he's
that.
not acting like anything. He's happy here.
He's happy.
Yeah, he is.
Come on.
He's happy
He
here.
is.
I like Noah Syndergaard. I like.
Oh, I do too.
I'm just saying it's a business and some people gotta go. You can get somebody in return. You get multiple
Look,
people in return for somebody.
For that,
I
I'd
mean-
rather trade a Wheeler. I'd rather trade a Wheeler for that.
Wheeler is not on here, and Wheeler was another thing that they were talking about. That Wheeler has such a good year that everybody was impressed with. That they're saying now his worth is gonna fucking shoot up,
Sure.
double the amount now to re-sign his ass because he played so well last
Look,
year.
I'd rather deal with Wheeler than Syndergaard. I'm sorry, because we're judging Wheeler off of half a season. Let's look at his previous seasons. He did not play well multiple times. He got hurt a lot of times. Right now, we capitalize on someone who had a strong second half
Mhm.
and get more value back.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trading fucking Syndergaard, who had fucking how many great seasons? He had what, 3 great seasons in a row?
Definitely.
I'd rather trade a Wheeler who people are high on right now.
I've been high with Wheeler though.
I mean,
Remember?
he had a great second half.
You have before the second half of this year.
Oh yeah, he knows, I swear to God, he knows that.
Get the
But
fuck
when
outta
Willie
here.
came back, I was happy as hell when Willie came back because I actually liked the way he pitched.
You must have a goddamn crystal ball in your head because I don't know where
I
you came
swear
up
to
with
God,
that one.
I don't know if you remember. That's
I don't
why.
remember.
Fucking garbage.
Look,
Yeah, no, I swear.
Wheeler-
I was high on Wheeler before.
Wheeler or Mats, if their value's high now, get rid of them.
Yes,
Get good
thank
talent
you.
now.
I
You got
I
to.
agree.
They haven't pitched a full season, neither one of them.
I agree.
Fuck it.
I agree.
Hey, we get some bullpen help or,
The only thing
something.
about trading Mats, and I've been
He's our only
saying,
lefty.
yes,
And we said, I think. We
Oh,
spoke
wait,
about this
Vargas.
last time, right?
Vargas.
Get rid of
he's our only lefty.
Well, he got one more year?
Ah, shit. I hope he has fucking 2
Well,
more
he got the
months left.
2020, basically. He got the
Yeah.
2020. Because then after that, we're done.
You gotta have that good
Oh,
lefty style.
Vargas got
I agree.
Vargas should be wearing a tits lit shirt.
Yeah, for real.
He was a little better towards the end.
Oh,
No, he got his tits lit
he
the
got
whole
his
fucking
tits all
season,
fucking
no.
year,
He was a
Vargas.
little better. I mean, he was.
Oh, God.
His tits were fucking inferno the whole fucking season. I'm thinking,
Actually, our our tits lit segment at the end should be sponsored by Jason Vargas.
Tits lit, my friend. Tits fucking lit. You better follow the fucking podcast, brother, because your ass was
We'll
lit
talk
up.
about that at the end. At the end of this.
Alright, so. Oh, shit. Alright, so now I want to talk about this second base hole again, right? Do we check up on a second baseman just for insurance? Just somebody that we could platoon around? Other than like fucking
Then who?
Murphy?
Then Cabby?
Somebody, no, not even that. What's the dude that played for the Marlins? The second baseman, Gordon.
Igor.
Fast
Gordon.
guy, he can lead off.
Isn't he signed?
Get him
to
on there,
Seattle?
get him on
He's
base.
the
Yeah, but
Mariners.
they're doing a fire sale over there. They are interested in trading him.
Well, D. Gordon is not no bench player. He's a starter.
No, that's what I'm saying. We could
No, but put him at second base.
put him at second base.
Love to have
Move
D. Gordon.
Move McNeil over.
Yeah.
He could get on base.
But D. Gordon also played center field also for the Mariners this year, so that's more value for us. I mean, bringing someone like him aboard,
The
that's
new
fucking
guy.
And there's your leadoff hitter.
right.
Exactly.
And that also covers fucking center field too.
I would love
Lagares.
that.
I'd stick
What
him
are
at
we doing- What
second.
are we doing on Lagares, yo?
We're fucking hoping that he fucking be not injury prone the whole
He's
fucking
always
season.
hurt.
And I love Lagares.
His thumb, his fucking wrist. What
His
was
neck,
it?
his back, his
Hey.
fucking pussy crack, all that shit. Like, I mean, like, look, I love Lagares too, but like, yo, he's injury prone like every next player.
I love Lagares, man, but he's always hurt, man. It's
Not to jump back to the Wilpons,
yeah.
but Fred, it's Fred and Jeff. Jeff was in charge of the medical
Okay.
for the Mets. They didn't do any fucking physicals. From one of the articles I read,
Really?
they did no physicals. This is why everybody was getting hurt. Dr. Death,
Fucking Dr. Death.
Ramirez.
these guys weren't even getting fucking physicals when they first came to the Mets.
No, I can't.
These guys were hurt. They were playing, and nobody checked up on these guys. They were trying to fucking save their little money and try to not put people out, but they were fucking hiding this shit. That's probably the reason why all these Mets players were dropping like fucking flies throughout the years. But I just wanted to say
You're gonna be
that.
surprised.
I just wanted to say that. I
Look,
hate,
if-
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, I'm not surprised.
Looking at D. Gordon's numbers last year, he had 556 at bats, so he was healthy.
500. Okay.
30 stolen bases,
Shit.
That's what we don't
368
have.
average though. OPS was 288.
368? You said 368?
No way.
No, 268. I'm sorry.
I'm about to
Holy
say
shit.
shit.
Holy
No,
God.
no way.
Damn, you should have won the
No
Silver
way.
Slugger. What the fuck?
260.
Should've won the batting
Yeah,
title.
268
I
average.
mean, yeah.
That's still pretty decent, you know,
No.
268.
Compared to the Mets player, we've had
30,
fucking
that
220
30
and
steals.
up.
That
30 steals alone, right
That jumps
there.
out at
We
me.
don't have that. Who the fuck
Well,
steals
I mean, who
bases
really
for us?
steals bases anymore anyway?
Reyes?
That's what I mean. 30 steals today.
Reyes.
Reyes is still stealing bases?
And the
He's
Marlins,
stealing money from the Mets. That's what he's been doing.
and the Mariners had him playing second
To build that reggaeton
short,
empire.
and center field.
Right.
He was playing 3 positions last year. He was playing second, shortstop, and center field.
I mean, I wanted D. Gordon on our team
Utility guy.
for a while. When he was a free agent, I said, let's bring this motherfucker in because
Oh.
this guy can play multiple positions. We don't have someone that can steal bases, who has speed. We need to bring him in. But listen, if he's available, something we should entertain.
This is why somebody you could get at second base would be Gordon. Somebody that can lead off, steal bases, get in scoring position.
Who could we give up for him?
Depends what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Look,
What do the Mariners need? Pitching?
I'm not gonna pretend like I know what
How
the
many
Mariners
guys
do.
we have that we could get? We have multiple
They
spot
need
position
pitching.
guys.
why not give him Mats?
Why not give him
Oh,
done?
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Not done. You don't want to give up one of the young arms.
I mean, prospects are cool, but parades are better. So like, what's to
How
quote
old-
to quote
I
Casey
quote-
Stern?
yeah, I was about to say that. You quote
Casey Stern.
exactly.
Prospects are cool, but we
I
don't know
agree.
how they pan out.
Jose, how old is
That's what I'm checking.
D.
right
Gordon's
now.
like 31.
28,
He's like 31. I think 31.
He is 30 years old.
Yeah, 30 years old.
Wow.
He's
He's
still
getting
got
up
another
there.
like 4 or 5
Oh, yeah.
years.
He's
probably.
getting up there.
By the time of his opening day, he'll be 31. The year before that with the Marlins, 60 stolen bases.
Come on, man. I'm
Wow,
telling
he
you.
got a 30 fucking stolen base decline though in
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
And how many games he played
What for
last year?
last year? It doesn't say. It says here he had 556 at bats.
Well, that's a lot of fucking at bats, though.
Are you on base for this?
Yeah, actually, for games, he played 141 games with the Mariners.
But also, it might also take into account where was he hitting? Was he hitting in the front of the lineup, in the back of the lineup? We don't know.
That's true.
He was
Well,
always
that-
leading off for the.
For the Marlins, for sure,
The
he
Marlins
was
leading
leading
off.
off.
Yeah, we don't know where they were playing him with the Mariners.
I mean, where could he be batting besides leadoff? I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah.
You never know.
No, you're right.
Do we want to talk about Blake Parker? Angels are trying to save money with him and trying to kind of shop him.
They are, because the Angels are trying to obviously get better with the little, other than Mike Trout talent that they have or value. I'm not going to trade Mike Trout right now. Do we go after Parker? I mean, for 2019 and 2020, they're arbitration years. Last year he only made 1.5 mil. So if we're going to get him, we're going to have to give. I'm not going to say obviously the haul, but we're going to have to give something decent, young, because he's so cheap and he's a quality arm.
Okay.
Would you guys do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it comes down to, again, there's so many ways we could fix our team next year, but this is one of the first free agent classes that we had in a long time that has so many freaking gems or great players that we could grab.
Yeah.
We're just fucking spending some money and not getting rid of any of our star players or potential players.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, he sounds like an intriguing option, but there's also so many fucking relievers available that we just spend the money and bring them aboard.
Now, there's one player that we haven't talked about, even all day before the show. That is a free agent and plays third base. He's a little older, but what about Josh Donaldson?
Yes.
He was saying that too, but Josh Johnson, he's on a little decline
A
himself.
little. Don't forget he didn't play. He played much less. I forget how many games. I knew this earlier, and of course I forget now. But he didn't play full. He played far from a full season last year, and yeah, he was declined a little bit, but
But he didn't play a full season
No,
the year
Josh-
before that either.
Well, look, Josh Donaldson last year played 88 games,
Right, yeah.
and the year before that 113.
But this is a guy who's coming off a fucking almost MVP season.
I know.
He's still solid.
So,
though. He's still solid.
He's an intriguing option that I would love to entertain too.
I would take a shot at him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know he's 33.
He's cheap too, right?
Yeah,
What would he go
I
for?
doubt he'd be that cheap.
I think maybe like a 4-year deal. Probably
That's
like a
too
2.5
much.
deal.
That's too much.
Listen,
How old
4
is
year
he?
deal. He'd be 39 years old by the end of that shit.
I'm saying, but like with the potential, like Machado getting a big deal, you get they're gonna have to spend at least a 3-4 year deal to sign up Donaldson because
You offer him a 3-year
No,
deal,
he can stay over
and
there.
if you don't take it or leave it.
Josh
Yeah,
Donaldson's
exactly.
32 years old right
Yeah,
now.
He's
fuck
33.
that. He'd be 36 years
Well,
old.
by the time the season starts, he'll be 33.
but he's also coming off of almost an MVP season. His
No, he's
agent-
not. He's not coming off.
No, the previous year before last year.
I mean, but
3 years ago.
No, that's like
3 seasons ago.
Well, let's see. 2017, he had 33 homers, 78 ribbies,
Okay. 78, he's not driving in anything.
and 270 average. And then the year before that, which was the MVP,
That was the year.
37 homers, 99 ribbies,
So 3 seasons ago.
109 walks, 284 average.
That was a good year.
He's consistent.
It's just his games are not consistent.
His health
Right,
right
his
now,
health is
that's the
having-
thing.
Right.
Okay.
But you know what? That does sound like a classic Mets move, to be honest with you. Let's be honest.
I'll take
Something
that
a little
risk.
lower than that.
I'll take that risk.
No, but 4
I'll
years,
take
that's
it.
just
That's too much.
Over Frazier, I'll take the risk.
Not
4
4
years.
years.
No, I'll give him a 3 year deal.
Yeah,
3 years is even a lot for a guy that age, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's what it's gonna take.
No, but it's
That's
going to
what
take
it's
about 3.
Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's going to take like 3 years. For
I know.
sure.
All right, let's talk about the guy that smiles every fucking at bat.
Nemo.
Is Nemo our full fucking time guy?
Yes, I love Nemo.
S.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
Someone that hustles like that needs to play every.
Well,
fucking
and not
game.
only does he hustling is great, but he gets you his results on top of that.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Absolutely.
and I think he's only gonna get better.
Definitely is. He's super young.
Listen, you gotta give him his shot.
Okay, but this is the thing. You got to think like the Mets do, which is, special.
I try not to think like the
What
Mets.
happens?
exactly.
What happens after the All Star break and Cespedes comes back? Who leaves that outfield?
Yeah.
They're gonna take him out, man.
Jay Bruce.
Yeah.
Jay Bruce.
So then
Yeah.
you go ahead and try to trade him.
Give me, I'll take it for you.
I'd rather trade Jay Bruce.
Yeah.
I mean, someone like Nemo needs to play every day.
Mm.
He needs to play every day.
I agree. I agree.
He's showing yesterday. We got a special guest. It's all good. Anyway, let's keep
Yeah,
going.
my daughter had to come in the podcast. We had to
And
get
then
some
Joe had to get the popcorn.
I'm sorry, guys.
Not
This is
popcorn.
unfiltered.
Yeah, it's
again.
on- it's whatever.
Unfiltered. All right, well,
That's one of these.
Nemo's a full-time guy.
Now the thing is, would you have him leading off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we got
Yeah.
Rosario, who I feel is more of a leadoff hitter.
Yes,
He
no,
still
that
has something
sounds
to
too
prove,
much,
though.
man.
He
Yeah,
Rosario
that
got
sounds too much.
speed.
He still has something to prove.
Yo, he's the second fastest player aside from Trey Turner last year in the MLB.
He looks like he's doing good.
He's
though,
fast.
Right now. He looks like he's pretty
He's
fast.
fast.
He went to that Japan MLB thing. He did really well there. I mean, if you can keep it up and prove it in spring training, I'd give him a shot at leadoff.
I mean, he also had a lot of he was more aggressive in the second half of the season. He had a lot of stolen bases.
Yeah.
So,
My
I
thing
mean,
is just get on base. He don't walk enough. If he can walk more and be patient, I would love to have him as a leadoff guy.
I mean, it also comes down to us having a new hitting coach. We got rid of
That's true.
what's his name, Pat Rosler. So,
Rosler.
You know, maybe a new hitting coach might show these guys a better hitting approach and maybe getting on base
David
better.
Wright needs to come in. I think David Wright could be that one.
Yeah, exactly.
David Wright looks sick. I think he needs to stay home. I mean,
Actually,
He really did look
No,
sick,
did you see
man.
that video where he was
I'm sorry.
congratulating-
Sorry, Captain.
and I
but
love the cat.
He
yo.
looked a
He did look sick.
He
little
looks
on
sick, man.
I don't know if you're on a special diet or.
you know.
He looked a little sick, but I think that's where he can come into play. I mean, he's not playing with us for us anymore, but I think a hitting coach position is the perfect position for
I
him.
think so. Why not?
Yeah, that'd
Maybe
be
an,
great.
maybe an assistant coach, yeah.
Right?
I think that as an assistant.
I don't know if Joe would like that too much, but the off-season focus right now should be in what order?
I
Third
think,
base, catcher, reliever, free agent. In what order?
I mean, I think free agency, yeah, he's gonna play part of it. Man, I think it has to be relievers, man. Look at Jacob deGrom. If he just had, yes, some more run support,
Run
but if
support.
we had a good, strong bullpen, I think that would help a lot. So I think bullpen should be the first thing we should look at.
I don't even know if it matters about the bullpen with Jacob deGrom.
Okay, maybe not Jacob, but what about all the other guys? You know, Matt's only goes like 5-6 innings.
I think
So
if we
then
scored
what?
2 more runs a game, we would have
It's on
been
camera.
golden with deGrom pitching.
Well, I mean, this goes back to what I was saying. I think that our biggest hole might be catcher.
Yeah.
We haven't had a legitimate catcher.
Okay.
It's freaking Piazza.
Okay.
So we need to really make a good decision this year and get a real solid catcher. Relievers, you know, you never know what you're gonna get with a reliever. I mean, next year might be someone like the fucking Paul Sewalds or Zamora, who might be a lights out candidate. Do we really need to spend the money on a reliever? Yes.
That's true.
But I think I'd rather spend the money on a legitimate catcher who could hit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry, gotta take a little time out here. Just noise. Until we cancel out the noise and it's back in the room.
it always
Sorry.
is. It's all good.
It's all good.
Unfiltered.
Okay, then if you want to talk about catchers, you want to go free agent route or you want to go the trade route?
Alright, yeah.
I don't know which route you guys want to go.
I think we should go like the free agent route. I mean, Wilson Ramos is a guy that intrigues me. He has a lot of test pop. We could sign him. I'd rather get him over Grandal because they always put Ramos as a starter, put Plawecki as the
Come here,
backup. You know, that's what I'm going with.
I agree. I will go Wilson. Ramos, just hopefully the years are not too much. 3 years, absolutely, positively the max.
I think I would do 2 years, bro.
Oh, for Ramos?
For Ramos, I would do 2 years.
Nice. I give him this 3.
Those
He's
catchers,
he's coming off a fucking horrible injury. You know, he came
Yeah.
back. You know,
Yeah.
he was gone for a while.
Yeah. Alright, so let's scratch that out. Alright, so what about the free agency? I don't think we should even think we should get rid of anybody. I think we should just sign a fucking free agent. Oh, just sign multiple free agents, right? Keep the team as is and just add on.
It comes down to what holes are we gonna fill. You know, like we have a big need in
Third
catcher.
base. Catcher
have
and
a need
third
a third
base.
base. We have a need a second base. We have a need a freaking reliever.
I
so-
disagree. I think I really want to go with McNeil.
I agree. I think McNeil's our guy at second.
I mean, yes, but again, we're relying on a guy who we don't know off a full season. He only played how many games? I'm gonna say it again. Great pitchers always adjust to hitters like that. So, like, I mean, what if he has a horrible year?
What if the moon explodes?
But what if
You gotta take chances.
But what if
sometimes.
if McNeil fizzes, then who's gonna fill in for second base?
They'll figure
On
it out.
our staff right now, who are you taking right now to fill in second base?
Nobody. I mean,
Exactly. So why not sign someone that we know is reliable and could hit?
Oh, what are you talking about? Then you're talking about it's just like a replacement backup player, or are you talking
Yes.
about like that? The bench player is fine, but
I would sign someone like a Murphy.
I thought you were talking about like Murphy's not a bench.
Murphy's
player.
not a bench.
No, but I mean,
And neither is Cabrera.
but he could also platoon to first base, would give Alonso a break, and play him in second base when McNeil needs a break. What if McNeil really
Murphy's
fucking?
not. He's
fucking
not
up?
going to come here for that.
He's not.
We don't know that.
Well,
Nah,
yeah,
dude,
we
We
don't
don't know
know.
that.
I think.
Do you really see Murphy getting a freaking huge deal somewhere else?
No, but I can see him getting a
I get
3-year
2
deal to be
years.
a starter.
Yeah.
Where?
Anybody who needs
The
him.
Cubs still need him. Nationals
Cubs
might
don't
get him
need him.
again.
Cubs ain't
Come on,
good.
they got fucking Anthony Rizzo at first base.
No. I'm talking about to play
Yeah.
second.
Second base, they got fucking Zobrist who can still go around.
Nah,
and,
Zobrist is older. I don't know about that.
Alright. Interesting subject here. What I want to talk about was another kind of trade scenario. What about Nick Castellanos at third base?
Well, if
For a trade
I
with
would
free.
love Nick Castellanos on this team, but who are you trading for him? That is a
Multiple.
pretty close to like a top level player that no one talks about,
Yep.
which is very strange.
Yeah, which is strange.
Because he's up in Detroit. But who are you trading for him? That's the kind of guy you're gonna have to trade one of your, silly cards.
Well, Castellanos' numbers last year, he had 620 at bats. He played the whole season.
Hey, the whole year.
298 average, 23
Okay.
homers, 89 ribbies, 354 on base percentage. On a crappy team with no protection.
That's
in
solid.
line.
what did he do the year before that, though?
Okay, I can take a look.
It's solid.
I was curious because
The year before that, he had 26 homers and 100 ribbies.
what was his
Numbers
average?
were up.
His average was 272.
Average is
Consistent.
down.
And he played the exact same number of games, 157.
Kid's
So,
healthy.
so he's a player that's going to demand like a decent trade. We can't. Just
Yeah, we're going to have to give some value for him. I mean, last year he only made $6 million. That's
Oh, boy,
baseball terms. That's
He's
pennies.
making crumbs.
Yeah, basically.
Would you trade him McNeil for someone like him?
Yeah.
He's the same. What is his age? I think the same age.
Oh, man.
Nick
They're
Castellanos is
probably the
26.
same age.
I'm 20, I think he's 26.
I mean,
They're probably the same age.
No, McNeil's 30. He's turned, no, isn't he 30? Yeah, he's turned 30.
Neil, no.
No, my bad. 26.
And
Nick Castellanos is 26.
So they're both the same age.
Same
They're
age.
the same age. You know what? I love Big Neil. I would trade him
Right,
for
we're
him.
going on someone that's consistent.
I would trade him for him.
Castellanos is consistent like a few years. McNeil, we're only basing him off what? Not even half the season.
61 games.
Not even half the season.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 66
The
games.
the great pitchers adjust to people like that, so we don't know.
Oh, man.
I would love a third
There
base.
goes
like
McNeil.
that,
He's
though.
got traded.
No.
Okay. Now, let's talk and bring it back to the topic of the day, which is DeGrom.
Right.
Do you think DeGrom changed the whole pitching, just the whole pitching platform by winning this Cy Young?
Well, yeah, because it can't be all about wins. Granted, yes, we know it's about wins and losses when it comes to the team. But if someone is going to win the Cy Young with only 10, 11, 12 wins, the other numbers got to be out of this world. And DeGrom nailed it in every category.
He definitely did.
He was too special.
He definitely did. I mean,
I mean, yes, I know. Mike Wilbon's going nuts, like we spoke about earlier, saying that wins should count for something. And I agree, but if all his other numbers are ridiculous, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break.
Well, to answer your question, I would say no. He didn't change anything. He was the best pitcher this year.
Right.
Just like Felix Sanders was the best pitcher a few years ago when he won the Cy Young with, I think it was
13
13 wins, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Now 10 is, is a big difference. And but he was the best pitcher. We talked about this earlier about how where his ERA and the rest of it. So no, I just think the baseball writers actually made the best decision, and they picked the best pitcher of the year in the National League. That's it.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, DeGrom had a phenomenal season. I don't think he changed the landscape because, I mean, it goes back to what you said. Felix Hernandez, he won the Cy Young with 13 wins. I mean, I think the wins is kind of like a topic that no one gives a fuck about anymore. It's more about how
It's
will
more of
they
a team. It's
Yeah,
more of a
yeah,
team.
yeah,
sport.
that's what I'm saying.
He can't. I mean, he
You can't control that.
He can't get up there and put runs up on the board. Well, he did a little bit, but
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, well, if he could, he actually did put up a couple.
Yeah.
Put up a couple runs.
well, two out of those 10 wins were on his back.
Exactly. All right, so it's looking like it's coming down to the wire here, right?
Right.
So we're gonna add a topic here, guys,
Yes.
and it's called "Who Got Their Tits Lit This Week?" And we're gonna start off with Jose's choice.
You guys say earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs. We got a kid in the room. So we're gonna start off with Jose.
Yeah, I mean, this week, I know there was a lot of great choices. Whoever got the assist of the week. Mine has to go to Draymond Green. You are totally fucking up your organization for years to come
Earmuffs.
for the shit that you're saying
Earmuffs.
to Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Look at that. Kevin Durant. Durant, for me, is the best all-around player in the world. Right?
Even though you a snake.
Even though you're a snake.
Number
But
two,
you know
by the
what?
way.
If you were in the Knicks, I would love you. I'm not
Yeah.
even fronting.
And you wouldn't be a snake anymore.
Exactly. I wouldn't even be fronting. Draymond, yes, I know Draymond's all-around player. He's a team guy. He's a rah-rah guy. But dude, Durant is a different type of dude.
Do you think he knows something that we don't know? Like probably him and Draymond had a conversation in confidence, and he's like, "Yo, this is my last year. I'm
Well,
out after
what
this
did
year.
he say? What? Why
I'm
aren't you
out
kick-
after this year."
Why aren't you kicking people in the nuts every single game? I mean, like,
No,
Draymond Green is a fucking dirty player.
No, what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying,
is.
what I'm saying is maybe KD told him something. Was like, "Yo, I'm out after this year."
I think KD's too smart to
and,
do that.
and Draymond was pissed off.
Out of anger, he just blurted it all out. and
Yeah,
let
he
it
was
all
like, "Oh,
out.
let's fuck this."
I could see him doing that.
You know?
I think KD's too smart to be telling people his
And,
future move. I don't know.
He won a championship and MVP already. He don't
He
got
won
nothing else
two.
to prove. Well,
Yeah. So that'd definitely be my choice for this week.
all right, so that's his choice. He came up with the Draymond Green. We're gonna go to Lou's choice, which we all love, by the way, and his is John Maffey.
Not you. John Miffy,
Not
whatever
Maffey.
your name
Maffey
is.
or Miffy. You're not
cares?
even. You're irrelevant, by the way, but he's gonna make you relevant.
Your titties got lit for the fact that you did not give DeGrom that first place vote for the Cy Young. Why? Why? Because you cover high school sports, bro.
Get a real fucking job.
So,
why
like,
don't
I
you?
mean, even though you cover in high school sports, why would you not give DeGrom that first place vote? And you gave Scherzer the first place vote? Why? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think your titties got lit.
His titties were lit. He was mad.
Nah, you messed up, bro. You should have gave him the unanimous decision.
Well, he's probably from where Scherzer's
No, he's from San Diego.
Oh, what the?
So,
F-
So, like,
he
so for
writes
what?
for that paper. I don't know
Yeah.
what's from-
All right, this guy, you're a loser, bro. It would have been unanimous if it wasn't for you
You fucked up.
to try to be the lone wolf and say, hey, he didn't deserve it. He deserved it. He's a Cy Young, asshole.
Yeah, he did.
We're gonna go to
yeah,
oh
thanks,
boy,
man. Don't
we're
forget.
going to fucking
Last but not
Joe
least.
Blue Pulaski. He wants to talk about none other than
Bill de Blasio. Bill de Blasio, your titties are molten magma lava. for being caught with your pants down, for dropping the ball Thursday with this just little dusting we were gonna get. Yeah, okay. It took me an hour and a half to drive from downtown Brooklyn to Maspeth, Queens on the BQE. That's a 10-minute drive with no traffic. And it took a lot of people a lot more worse times than that to get around in New Jersey, and not just always just your fault, but fuck you anyway.
asshole.
Listen, I'm gonna make this short and sweet because nobody cares. It's a sports podcast, but if they say there's gonna be like a 1 or 2 inches, you be prepared if it's gonna be a little worse, which it was only a little worse. It was,
Was
6
it
inches.
dusting?
It was a 6-inch storm, so it was only a little worse, and you caused a massive shutdown of traffic. You suck. Get it together, buddy.
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh boy.
Well said.
Well said, Joe. I'm also gonna go with Phil Murphy. I'm gonna go with Phil Murphy and Lundqvist, only because Lundqvist got his tits lit for 7 goals against the Isles.
No, he got taken out.
He redeemed himself. He got his tits lit for about 5 of them.
That wasn't his fault.
So that's why I'm giving you partial and Phil Murphy for leaving New Jersey for dead.
So have a
I
titty.
stood.
Have a titty got lit. The other half.
Half a nipple got roasted off, asshole. Because I stood in traffic for 5.5 hours sitting there. I had to pee in a fucking water bottle. Earmuffs, Lauren. Because I had to
Did you
pee.
really? Did you really? Yeah, that part of it.
Yeah, but
How did he manage that one?
I'm gonna give Lundqvist and Phil Murphy. Lundqvist, I'm a Rangers fan, by the way, if you didn't know, there's a fucking flag in the background. So he redeemed himself yesterday, so those are my picks.
Shut the lights off.
What are your picks?
Yeah, let us know your
Let us
picks.
know in the comments your picks.
Seriously.
It might be us, but we don't.
So we're gonna do it like this. I think this was a great episode too, right?
Yes.
This
Lauren,
is
what do you think about this episode? Was it
a
good?
good episode, Lauren?
Really good, right?
Right? Good episode?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
This is also a Survivor Series day for us because we're about to get to the Survivor Series and see somebody get their tits lit in the ring. So, with that being said, great show. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you get more views. Comment, send anything you want. DM us. You could also send us artwork. Let us know what you feel about the show, what we can improve on, right? We got Lou, Jose, Joe, Jay, Lauren.
Oh, special guest.
Special guest Lauren, right? Spot
See
this.
you later, guys.
Peace out.
Five. You're
I felt like
first
that
special
lasted
guest.
2 hours.
It definitely did.
It felt like it lasted a long time. I have no idea. Check, I don't